pause for a moment. Before you think. Before you scroll. Before you question why this appeared. If you've been seeing 1111 repeatedly, on clocks, receipts, phone screens, or random moments, it's not coincidence. It's not superstition. It's not imagination. It's alignment. This message is for the ones who have been quietly changing from the inside out. The ones who don't feel like who they used to be, but don't fully recognize who they're becoming yet. Something has been awakening in you. And 1111 is the signal, not the source. It marks the moment a new power is being born within you. Not loud. Not forceful. But real. 1111 is not about numbers. It's about timing. It represents a moment where old cycles close and new awareness opens. Two ones standing side by side. Not divided. Not competing. Aligned. This is what's happening inside you. Your mind and spirit are beginning to move together instead of against each other. You're no longer fighting yourself. That inner alignment is where power is born. This power couldn't arrive when you were emotionally unstable. It couldn't awaken while you were still seeking approval. It couldn't grow while you were trying to prove yourself. You had to first lose illusions, outgrow certain relationships, sit in silence, learn restraint. Not because God was withholding, but because you were being prepared. Power without grounding creates destruction. So God waited until you became steady. This new power does not arrive with noise. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't demand attention. It reveals itself through subtle but undeniable changes in how you think, feel, and respond. If you've been wondering whether something is actually happening, listen closely to these signs. There was a time when emotions controlled your responses. Words came quickly. Decisions were made from urgency. Now there is a pause. Not hesitation. Discernment. You feel the space between stimulus and response widen. That pause is power. It means your inner world is no longer ruled by impulse. You're choosing awareness over reaction. You used to want to be understood by everyone. You felt the need to justify your intentions. Now you're comfortable letting silence speak. Not because you've given up, but because you trust truth to stand on its own. This is a sign that your identity has stabilized. Power doesn't argue. It remains steady. You sense when something feels off. Even if nothing obvious is wrong. You read the room instinctively. You feel shifts before they're spoken. This isn't suspicion. It's discernment awakening. Your intuition is sharpening because your spirit is becoming quieter and clearer. Things that once entertained you now feel empty. You crave conversations with meaning, moments of stillness, truth over noise. You don't want to escape life anymore. You want to understand it. That desire for depth is a sign of inner authority forming. You don't tolerate chaos the way you used to. Not out of pride, but out of wisdom. You set boundaries without guilt. You step away without explanation. This is not withdrawal. It's self-respect restored. Advice doesn't confuse you the way it once did. You listen, but you decide internally. There's a quiet confidence growing. A sense of direction that doesn't rely on approval. This is alignment between your mind and spirit. That alignment is power. Solitude used to feel heavy. Now, it feels grounding. You don't fill silence just to avoid discomfort. You're comfortable with yourself. That comfort is healing, and it strengthens intuition. When challenged, you don't feel attacked. You stay centered. You speak calmly. You disengage when necessary. This is emotional authority. Power doesn't need to dominate. It knows when to step back. Not loud. Not arrogant. Just steady. You trust yourself more. You second-guess less. This confidence didn't come from success. It came from inner alignment. Your mind doesn't race the way it used to. You notice small details. You feel gratitude without forcing it. Presence is power. When you're present, nothing controls you unconsciously. If these signs resonate, take comfort in this truth. The power you've been waiting for is not arriving, it's activating. Quietly, gently, safely. You are becoming more grounded, not more intense. More aware, not more anxious. This is what real power looks like. And it's already alive within you. This new power doesn't rush. It doesn't argue. It doesn't compete. It knows when to move and when to wait. You don't feel the need to explain yourself anymore. You don't need validation. That's not arrogance. That's maturity. Power rooted in peace doesn't need announcement. You usually notice 11:11 in quiet moments. Not during crowds. Not during chaos. That's intentional. Because this awakening isn't external. It's inward. God speaks clearly when the noise fades. And lately you've been drawn to solitude, not isolation, but reflection. That's where this power grows. You're more observant now. Less reactive to manipulation. More aware of energy. You don't hate people, you understand them. You see pain behind behavior. Motives behind words. That discernment is protection. There is a reason this awakening didn't happen earlier. Not because you weren't worthy. Not because you weren't chosen. But because you were still becoming. What is awakening in you now requires stability, not just desire. There were attachments that felt essential at the time. Certain people. Certain dreams. Certain versions of yourself. Letting go felt painful, sometimes confusing. But those attachments couldn't grow with you. What you are stepping into now needs room. The old version of you needed approval, recognition, external confirmation. That dependence would have weakened this power. Power rooted in validation becomes fragile. So life taught you how to stand alone. You felt deeply, and you still do. But before, emotions decided direction. Pain shaped decisions. Fear guided movement. That would have overwhelmed what's awakening now. You needed to learn emotional steadiness. Silence wasn't punishment. It was training. In quiet seasons you learned to listen. Not just to others, but to yourself. That listening skill is essential for this power. You tried to force clarity. To rush results. To manage timing. This power unfolds naturally. It can't exist where control dominates. You had to learn surrender. Not intentionally. But power without grounding amplifies insecurity. It would have created anxiety instead of peace. Pride instead of wisdom. Resistance instead of flow. God waited until you could carry power without losing humility. You're calmer now. More self-aware. Less reactive. You don't seek escape, you seek understanding. That stability is the foundation this power requires. What left your life wasn't taken. It was released. Some things couldn't follow you forward. Their season ended so yours could begin. The old version of you wasn't wrong. It was necessary. But it couldn't hold what's awakening now. You've grown into this moment. This power is meeting you at the right time. When you can carry it gently, wisely, and with peace. Nothing arrived late. Everything arrived prepared. Let's be clear. This power will not make you superior, make life perfect, remove challenges. Instead, it will keep you centered, help you respond wisely, protect your peace. Power doesn't remove storms. It teaches you how to stand in them. People may notice something has changed. They might say, "You're quieter. You seem distant. You're different." They're right. But you're not withdrawn. You're aligned. And alignment feels unfamiliar to those still scattered. There is something important you need to understand about 11:11. It is not a demand. It is not an instruction to rush. It is not a signal that you must immediately change everything. It is confirmation. When you see 11:11, notice how it feels. It doesn't create anxiety. It doesn't stir panic. It doesn't shout urgency. Instead, it brings a quiet pause. A moment where time feels still. That stillness is intentional. God does not rush alignment. He reassures it. 11:11 is not saying, "Move faster." It is saying, "You are where you need to be." It confirms, Your growth is real. Your awareness is deepening. Your direction is steady. Nothing is being demanded of you in that moment. You are being acknowledged. In earlier seasons, life pushed you. Deadlines, urgency, survival instincts. But this season is different. You no longer move from fear. You move from clarity. 11:11 appears when you're finally able to trust timing instead of forcing it. You don't need to analyze every sign. You don't need to decode every moment. 11:11 isn't asking you to figure something out. It's reminding you that you already are aligned. Sometimes the deepest confirmation comes when understanding is no longer required. Commands demand effort. Confirmation invites rest. 11:11 doesn't add pressure, it removes it. It tells you, you don't need to rush healing. You don't need to force growth. You don't need to chase identity. You are unfolding naturally. God does not confirm confusion. He confirms stability. If 11:11 keeps appearing, it's because something inside you has settled. Your mind and spirit are aligning. Your pace has slowed. Your reactions have softened. That inner order is what's being acknowledged. 11:11 does not signal a deadline. It dissolves the fear of being behind. It whispers, you haven't missed anything. You haven't failed. You haven't arrived too late. Everything is meeting you at the right moment. You don't need a dramatic next step. You don't need to announce change. Let the reassurance be enough. Let it steady you. Let it remind you that alignment doesn't require explanation. 11:11 is not calling you forward with urgency. It is standing beside you in reassurance. You are aligned. You are grounded. You are becoming, naturally. Nothing is being forced. Nothing is being rushed. This is confirmation. And confirmation means you can keep moving forward. Calm, steady, and at peace. Before anything else. Pause. Let the noise around you soften. Let your breathing slow. Let your thoughts settle. This is not a declaration spoken loudly. It is a truth meant to rest within you. Receive it gently. I declare that your spirit is steady. You are no longer shaken by uncertainty. You are no longer pulled in every direction. Your footing is secure, even when the path ahead isn't fully visible. You trust yourself more now. You trust God more deeply. I declare that clarity is rising quietly within you. You recognize what feels right. You sense when something doesn't belong. Confusion is losing its grip. Discernment is strengthening. You are learning to listen, and you are listening well. I declare that you are protected, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Nothing about this awakening is overwhelming you. Nothing is destabilizing you. God is unfolding this growth gently. You are safe becoming who you're meant to be. I declare that your pace is perfect. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not rushing. Every step is aligned with wisdom. You are allowed to grow slowly. I declare that the power awakening within you is calm, steady, and grounded. It does not demand attention. It does not seek control. It carries wisdom, restraint, and compassion. This power strengthens your presence, not your ego. I declare that you are unfolding naturally. There is no pressure to perform. No urgency to prove. No need to impress. Your becoming is gentle and intentional. I declare that even in quiet moments you are guided. Silence no longer feels empty, it feels supportive. You are not alone in the season. I declare that anything misaligned is releasing without resistance. No chaos. No regret. Only clarity. Let these words settle. You don't need to act on them. You don't need to analyze them. Just receive. You are grounded. You are protected. You are aligned. This power within you is awakening safely. And it will continue to grow as you move forward calmly and intentionally. Before you move on, stay here for just a moment longer. Not to think. Not to analyze. Just to be present. Because what's unfolding in you right now doesn't need effort to continue. It needs awareness. This isn't a dramatic turning point. It's something deeper. This is the beginning of alignment becoming natural. You don't need signs stacked on signs. You don't need reassurance every step of the way. What's awakening in you will reveal itself through how you live, not how loudly you declare it. You'll notice it in the way you pause before responding, the way you protect your peace, the way you no longer chase what drains you. That's where the growth is visible. Beginnings like this don't announce themselves. They settle in slowly. They reshape you gently. They grow roots before branches. God is doing something stable, not temporary. What is forming now will last. Because it's built on calm, clarity, and grounding. You are becoming more yourself. Not the version shaped by pressure. Not the version shaped by fear. But the version shaped by truth. That's why this feels familiar and new at the same time. You don't need a plan for everything. Just pay attention to what feels peaceful, to what feels clear, to what feels honest. Alignment will guide you better than urgency ever could. This power doesn't increase through effort. It deepens through presence. Every time you choose calm over reaction, truth over approval, peace over chaos, it strengthens. As you step away from this message, carry the stillness with you. Let it shape how you speak, how you decide, how you move through the world. You don't need to rush into anything. You are already aligned. This is not the peak. It's the foundation, not the finish, the beginning. And it will continue to unfold, quietly, steadily, faithfully, as you keep choosing awareness over fear. This awakening is gentle. It is grounded. And it is just beginning. If this message settled something in you, you're welcome to stay connected. Share this with someone who's been noticing 1111 and feeling something shift inside them. Until next time, move slowly, stay aware, and trust what's unfolding. You're exactly where you need to be. If this message resonated, type "I am aligned" in the comments. Share this with someone who's been seeing 1111 and wondering why. Subscribe for more grounded spiritual messages for chosen ones. Until next time, move slowly, trust deeply, and stay aligned. Chosen one, before you go, I want to speak to the givers, the ones whose hearts feel called to pour back into the vessel that pours into them. If this message awakened you, if it strengthened you, if it spoke to your spirit in a way only heaven could orchestrate, then I invite you, only if your heart feels led, to sow a $1 seed into this channel. Not because God needs it, but because giving is a spiritual law. A small seed carries big obedience. And God multiplies what is given with pure intention. Your $1 keeps this ministry alive, keeps the messages flowing, and helps this word reach the next chosen one who needs it. If you feel that nudge in your spirit, if you feel that gentle pull, you can plant your $1 seed using the link in the description. And if you can't or don't feel led, you are still loved, still seen, and still covered. Blessings to every giver, and blessings to every listener. Your seed moves heaven in ways you may never see. But God sees it all.